What else we got? Because listen, we're gonna end this thing soon. We got any fun facts we'll talk about, Chris? What did we talk about?
Well, the interesting thing, Dana had a quote about Conor McGregor as the pound for pound. And he said, when you talk about the pound for pound, they don't have Conor McGregor as the pound for pound. The media does the ratings. When you talk about what pound for pound really means, how is it not Conor McGregor? He had the 145-pound champion, 155-pound champion, and he beat a guy at 170 pounds. That's what pound for pound really means. That was Dana.
I hate when they always bring up the 170 because easy, G-easy. No, because I got a cough coming. Hold on. Anyway, because fucking Nate Diaz is a 155er. They always make him out to be fucking giant and this and that. The difference is this. Nate Diaz ain't going to make 145 and Conor can. So he is bigger. But he's not he's not Tyron Woodley or anybody. I mean, the guy he had mixed results at 170 with these bigger dudes, and he's beaten some ass up there, but he's also lost some. But he's a 155er. That's where he spent the majority of his career. That's where Nate Diaz won the Ultimate Fighter, is at 155. So you can't paint him out to be some fucking giant. I mean, even though he is bigger than Conor.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The other problem is he beat him. Nate beat him, and then a lot of people thought he won the second fight too, which is questionable. But look, no matter what, at the end of the day, Conor McGregor is doing something that's special, and he's like, again, he talks the talk, he backs it up. You can't ask for anything more out of the guy. He's got some really clean techniques. He stays in the pocket. He's making guys look stupid. So, pound for pound, I think we got to wait a couple of years and see how it plays out. I think it might be a little early, but by saying that is not taking one iota of anything. This guy is done. But
I want to see him versus Khabib. Is what I want to see.
Yeah,
that's what the fuck I want to see. Or else I want to see Khabib versus Tony Ferguson, and then see him fight the winner of those two.
Yeah,
what do you think of that?
They've been going back and forth.
But aren't they fighting?
Tony Ferguson and Khabib. There was rumors, but there's nothing officially.
Oh wow, nothing official.
Tell me what you think about that, Longo.
Look, man, I think Khabib's a bad matchup for anybody. Seems like he's so dominant in what he does that he can control that fight.
People make a big deal, or they make, they say, hey, look, he did get a little rocked by Michael Johnson.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
That's not a good sign.
But I think he learns from that, and he knows he's not going to stick around standing up too much anymore.
And during that same fight, though, it got turned around real quick to the point where it was almost hard to watch. Where
he didn't let that deter him. That he got a little.
No. Now he's got that belief.
He's going to be a guy that's going to have to get past the injuries because he's injury prone, and what's his longevity going to be? Those guys train hard.
He's undefeated right now.
The older you get, the body becomes less.
How old is Khabib now? Do we know, Chris, the producer?
Yeah, I can look real.
Let's look that thing up. I think Khabib is. I think that guy's fucking. He's like a monster movie.
He's 28.
So he's in his prime. He's getting in his prime now. And Conor is also a young dude. That I think would be I mean, listen. I'd like to watch Conor versus Tony Ferguson too. That'd be interesting. But
that's a fight that plays more into Conor's hands, but that's more his style.
That plays way more into Conor's hands.
Yeah. The other one's more of if he could keep that. It would be, could he do enough to keep Khabib off him? Because I do not believe he's surviving on the floor with Khabib. I think he's taking. You got to understand, Khabib, Michael Johnson. He even got away a couple times and got up. It did not. He's got a different. I seen him take down Luke Rockhold in training up against the cage, and Luke Rockhold's a big motherfucker, dude. Yeah. And this guy's fighting at 155. So I mean,
he's taking you down. I think that's the bottom line.
That's the thing. So it's hard to really just pick against Conor because of what he's been doing. I thought Eddie Alvarez, because of his gameness and his grappling, how how he fought Pettis. I thought he was going to be able to do that to Conor, and that just cemented everything. And you could only say it's the other guy's bad so much. You could say, "Hey man,
first you got to give it up to Conor. You can't at this point. If you're not giving it up to him, you got something wrong with you. I mean, he's done all he has to do to prove himself.
What doesn't agree with me, Jimmy? But I think it's inevitable to have a third Diaz match, or even fucking Nick Diaz too. I mean, imagine that. Imagine Nick Diaz fighting him.
Yeah, Dana actually said recently about Nate versus Conor, the third one. He was like, "There's only so many." He's saying it's not going to happen as of right now because there's only so many wars you can go through like that.
Right.
Yeah. Well, eventually,
but that's a big that they'll do big numbers with that fight again.
course,
Everybody wants to see that.
Oh yeah. Listen, Chris, the producer. I know what I'm doing Friday night.
Oh, me too, man.
I'm watching Rousey versus Nunes and the whole card. Dominic Cruz fighting Cody, and Cody again. And what about TJ Dillashaw versus John Lineker?
That's
John
a
Lineker.
fight.
Nobody's talking about that. TJ's coming on tomorrow on Thursday.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you think of that? Are you familiar with John Lineker?
Of course.
Yeah. What do you think of that fight? You think he's going to be able to get in there and drop those fucking hooks?
No.
He's not going to touch him.
I think TJ's going to be
all over
the
the
place, and he's a little too savvy.
He just beat the guy
but
that
nobody's punch proof, and this kid can hit.
And he beat and listen, I know styles make fights, but he just beat the guy that did beat TJ. That could be a mental thing right there. He beat Dodson. Dodson stopped TJ.
Yeah.
And that was his last loss. Not his last loss, but that was his only stoppage of him getting stopped.
TJ,
yeah.
Yeah, it was
Besides
a
his
long
loss
time
to-
ago, though. But.
Long time ago, but that's got to give Lineker some.
Yeah.
That doesn't hurt his ego. You know what I mean? He's a fun guy to watch.
Oh, no,
Listen, there's not enough I could say about this. This is going to be a great card. The UFC Fight Pass prelims start at 7:30 p.m. The Fox Sports 1 prelims 8:00 p.m. Eastern Time, and the money pay-per-view. I am.
And again, once again, if I'm if I'm totally bored,
is she gonna take
if I'm totally bored and I have nothing to do, what's your address again?
I'll talk to you later on. I'll text it to you. All right, now Longo, what do you have to promote? Because we're getting out of here soon.
Nah, we're all good. Just listen to the Ray Longo Minute Training Day with Ray. Hopefully, that's going to start picking up some steam soon. And
they get
we're
that
having a blast.
They get that on YouTube.
We're living the dream.
TrainingDayWithRay.com.
Would you say we're living the dream?
Dude, I know I am. Is it TrainingDayWithRay.com? Or is it just YouTube, Training Day with Ray?
No, I think TrainingDayWithRay.com. Listen.
Somebody's going to buy that up right now.
No mystery. I'm going to have to get more involved in this. But
dude, every time I ask you, could you at least know what the plug at the end
I
is?
know. I'd look at
Laura MMA.
Let me tell you something. Laura MMA, Longo Weidman. Nice. Come down, train. Chris Weidman is now teaching on Thursday nights. Does an MMA class. Fantastic.
Nice.
Place is packed. Does a great job. He's an awesome teacher, great guy.
Oh, that's great, man. And, spreading the knowledge.
I'll tell you what, man. I can't believe how many times Chris, the producer, has told me how much he loved Training Day with Ray in this hour. It's not you don't find that weird.
What, that he told you 0 times that he loves it? Listen to me. And also,
I go to when I'm stressed out, I watch it. It calms me. It's
Thank you very much.
You know me, SerraBJJ.com. And coming up, Longo, listen to me. He was almost shit himself, and it has nothing to do with this. But listen, January 2nd, Dana White looking for a fights back.
Wow, that's big news.
First, December 30th, this Friday night, you know what I'm doing. I can't wait. The return of Ronda Rousey fighting the champ, Amanda Nunes.
Big stuff.
Chris, the producer, I will see you too soon. And Longo, let's go back to hopefully we have a smoother ride home on the Long Island Railroad today.
Let's hope
in closing?
Let's hope we can see. No, it's been a pleasure, really.
Thanks for coming in, man.
Good time today.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you. Goodbye.
This has been a digital media production. Find your voice.